From COVID chaos in 2020 to Georgia's back-to-back dominance to Michigan finally breaking through and a brand new 12-team playoff shaking up everything in 2024, the 2020s have already given us some unforgettable college football seasons. But which one was the best? The most thrilling, the most dramatic, the one we'll be talking about a decade from now. Today, we're taking a look back at every college football season of the 2020s, reliving the chaos, the dominance, and the magic. And when it's all said and done, you decide which season truly defined the decade so far. 2020, the year that changed everything, not just in sports, but in the world. COVID-19 shut down stadiums, postponed games, and left college football hanging on by a thread. No fans, no marching bands, no roar of the crowd, just silence and uncertainty. Some conferences delayed their seasons entirely. The Big Ten and Pac-12 didn't even kick off until late October. Some played through chaos week by week, testing, quarantines, and constant schedule changes. But through all of that, football still found a way. And the season gave us some unforgettable storylines. Mac Jones and Devonta Smith turned Alabama's offense into an unstoppable machine, one of the best we've ever seen. Smith didn't just win the Heisman, he dominated defenses, making big plays look routine.
Quick throw. Here is Devonta Smith. Goodbye. Farewell. Touchdown.
Let's go.
Fake to Najee Harris and the quick strike to Devonta Smith. And he is in for a touchdown. Mac Jones faked it to Najee Harris, lost one down the middle, and what a catch. Design roll to the right on 1st and goal, and he throws to the pylon, and it is caught for another touchdown by Devonta Smith.
Set to the left, tight formation. Jones flips it to him. Devonta headed for the end zone, and Alabama back on top. As Smith scores his 44th career touchdown. That's number 6 all time.
It's like you're Travis.
He's an impact player tonight. 1st and goal, Jones on the run, and it's just too easy for Devonta Smith as he just adds to his records and milestones, and Bama stretches the lead. Play action. Jones steps up right down the middle of the field. It's touchdown. Devonta Smith cannot be stopped. A truly special performance by the Heisman Trophy winner. 3 touchdowns in the first.
Clemson's Trevor Lawrence battled through COVID and even missed the legendary double overtime showdown between Clemson and Notre Dame, one of the best games of the decade. A time when we thought DJ Uiagalelei was good at football.
Irish can knock him off on this snap. Rushing 3, dropping 8. Uiagalelei steps up, loads and throws. It's caught. It's pitched backwards, up in the air. It's on the ground, still in Clemson's hands. And now it is down. It is over. And the Irish have knocked off number 1 Clemson.
Coastal Carolina and BYU gave us one of the most random, electric matchups ever, coined the Mormons versus Mullets game, scheduled on just 3 days' notice, and somehow it lived up to the hype.
On the 46. Wilson over the middle.
Now you got a spike.
That's Milne with 9.
Now they got to go.
And the spike with 7 seconds left.
Bring up top. Dax Milne. He's wide open.
The throw to the right. It is caught. And he steps out of bounds, does Milne. So they will get one more. I spoke too soon. Now they've got 3 seconds left.
You put every defender's heels on the goal line, and you be ready to knock it down.
Last chance for the Cougars. Milne the catch. Wrestled down on the 2. Coastal wins it.
Florida's offense was pure fireworks. Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts, and Kadarius Toney were lighting up the SEC. But the shoe toss game against LSU, that might have been one of the wildest endings of the year. Possibly in college football ever.
Approaching 2 minutes to go. In the flat. Can Cole Taylor get there? No, nowhere near the line to make. Tried to go up and over and could not escape from Marco Wilson and Trevez Johnson. Is there a flag down?
So it was an aggressive call. I think what the penalty is going to be because one of the Florida defensive players ripped off the cleat of 87 and threw it down the field.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 11 of the defense, throwing the LSU player's shoe 20 yards down the field. That's his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. Automatic first down.
I don't think I've ever heard an official announce throwing a player's shoe.
Well,
it wasn't 11. It was Marco Wilson.
Right, it was 3. This is for the lead in the final 30 seconds. Career long 53. Snap and hold are good. Did he get all of that? It's right down the middle, and it is good from 57 yards. This is to send it to overtime. From 51, it is hooking. It is no good. Barely wide to the left.
And who could forget Indiana's run? Michael Penix Jr.'s dive for the pylon against Penn State, the moment that showed college football wasn't going to be stopped by a pandemic.
Here it is. Indiana has to find the end zone. It comes down to this play. Penix steps up. Flush. Penix. And they're saying he is in. And Indiana pulls this off in overtime. Does he have possession? Oh my gosh. He's not down, is he?
In the end, Alabama stood on top. Perfect, dominant, and polished. Nick Saban's team didn't just win a national championship. They did it in the most chaotic season ever, proving that even in a year full of uncertainty, college football spirit could not be broken. So before we move on, let's rewind to where it all began. The season that almost didn't happen, but somehow gave us some of the most memorable plays of the decade. Here are the top 5 plays from 2020.
Lefty looking left into the end zone, almost intercepted, and then a one-handed grab for a touchdown! Braced against the helmet by Thayer Thomas! James Bates, have you ever seen anything like that?
The craziness continues right on into the fourth quarter. It looked like it was going to be an interception coming off the left hand of the new quarterback, Bailey Hawkman. Breaking underneath it, Jalen Alexander. And it goes right through his hands and caught on the side of the helmet for Thayer Thomas.
He's such a big receiver.
Going with pace and going to Davis again. Underthrown, and this time it's picked off. A one-handed interception by Andrew Booth. And the Tigers have it back.
We'll make it 3 for Andrew Booth because this is an outstanding play. That's a one-handed grab. That looks like an Odell Beckham type catch. It's press bail, eyes on the quarterback. He sees it up. He plays on top of the receiver.
So here is Hockman with Houston in the backfield. Bailey loads and throws and broken up, incomplete. Brownlee back there on a ball. Was it intercepted? Jarvis Brownlee may have come up with the pick here. Right here, they may need multiple looks at.
Well, if this is a catch, this is WRU material. It bounces around, gets caught in between his legs. It never touches the ground, Wes. That's an interception.
That is wide receiver material. Yes, it is.
Close to 100%. They replace him with Shivers. Nix under duress. Got away. How did he do it? Now he has blockers in front of him. Bo Nix to the goal line. What a touchdown! Well, let's make sure it was a touchdown. Did he get in? He certainly did. From the progressive pylon camera, great view.
Well, he's looking for Seth Williams to throw right now. It's not open. Now, how he gets away is just Houdini-like. Beautiful awareness once he gets outside the pocket, picks up a couple blocks.
Trask on 1st and 10. Throws to the sideline, batted around. Is that an interception in bounds? At least for the moment, it appears it is for Jay Ward.
The question is, the defender for LSU that deflected it, was he inbounds or out of bounds when he hit the...
Out of bounds.
See, I think it went... Well, he was jumping maybe when the ball... I think it hit the receiver, then it hit the defender, and was... Wow. Wow.
As much as it looks like that can't possibly be inbounds for all three people involved here, it might just be.
I think McLaughlin might have been in midair when...
After a year of half-empty stadiums and constant uncertainty, college football finally felt normal again in 2021. The fans were back, the tailgates were back, the sound, the energy, and the passion, all of it came roaring to life. In the football, it was absolute chaos.
College football is really back when a jam-packed Lane Stadium is singing along to Enter Sandman.
It's been 651 days.
From the very start, it felt like nobody was safe. Clemson, shocked by Georgia in Week 1. Ohio State, upset at home by Oregon. Alabama, pushed to the brink by Florida, and then stunned by Texas A&M in one of the biggest upsets of the season.
Toes coming on a blitz. Calzada going to go deep to the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown, Anais Smith.
5-yard strike. Calzada paid the price. He's still down.
And it might be bad. He got hit right in the knees as he let that ball go. He waits, and then he gets rolled up in his left leg just as he lets a perfect pass.
And they can only hope now that they can maybe do the same or force an errant kick. Or A&M is going to pull the upset at home. Seth Small, 10 of 11 on the year. From 28 yards away for an Aggie upset win. And it's good. He got it. The second largest crowd in the history of this stadium has seen the upset of the #1 team in the country. And Seth Small.
It was a season of surprises, where even the powerhouses looked human and new programs started to rise. Cincinnati crashed the college football playoff, the first group of 5 team ever to do it, led by Desmond Ridder and a defense that just didn't quit.
Ridder looks that way. He's going to take the one-on-one shot. Back of the end zone. Touchdown. Dan, you called it. Ridder saw it. And Alec Pierce caught it. Ridder keeping. Going to get it on Bertrand. Going to go to the end zone. Ridder, touchdown, Cincinnati. And he continues to refer back to the silencing of the crowd, which he's done with his play here today. 2 touchdown passes, and the first one on the ground.
After the penalty, a loss of 2 and an incompletion, and now Ehlers to throw. He wants the end zone, and it's knocked away in the end zone to set up 4th down. Sauce Gardner was over there with Joe. Freshman quarterback Timmy McClain, the lefty ready to throw. He met pressure and he whips it downfield. This is intercepted on the sideline by Cincinnati and Sauce Gardner.
If you're going to throw it away, Jason, throw it away. And you can't mess with the sauce, Kark. Don't mess with the sauce.
Meanwhile, Georgia's defense was rewriting the rules. Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Trayvon Walker, they didn't just dominate, they suffocated teams. That defense was the heart of a national title run that would end a 41-year drought.
And Fitzpatrick, now another flag. Bennett launching. Mitchell. Caught it. Touchdown, Georgia. With a free play, the Dogs retake the lead.
Recognition, he sees Tim Smith jump. He says, what the heck? Let's go to the young corner. We've gone after him here a little bit on this drive. Let's take a shot with my freshman Mitchell against Jackson. Ball underthrown just a bit. Jackson never turns to find the ball, and a great job again by a Georgia player locking in.
And speaking of storylines, how about Michigan? Jim Harbaugh finally broke through, taking down Ohio State for the first time in his tenure and winning the Big Ten. That snow game in Ann Arbor, it felt like a movie.
They snap it. Haskins dives. Touchdown Wolverines. With a touchdown. First down and 10 at the Ohio State 13. They hand it off. Haskins following his block. Haskins! Touchdown Wolverines.
They only have 2 guys on this side on the defensive front. And watch as Michigan's going to pull around and they get guys going on that right side. There's Eric all leading up. Great block on Hickman. Haskins just took him by the back. Did you see me grab his jersey and say, you block that guy? Bam! Then I followed him into the end zone. That's all right there. See this hand on his back? That's what I'm talking about. That's how you...
In the backfield as the deep man.
ahead at the Ohio State 31. Again, they run it. Haskins sprinting. Out of bounds at the 5.
Up front by the guard, it was Keegan, and Haskins hurdles Cam Brown down the field. This guy does it, it feels like every single game. Look at him, he looks up right here, boom, right over the top. How about the athleticism? Stays on his feet and out of bounds. First and goal, Wolverines. The mark of a great run game. You know they have to run and they can still have success, and that's what they're doing here.
First down and goal at the 4. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Wolverines, and Jim Harbaugh gets his win over Ohio State.
Michigan defeats Ohio State 42-27. Finally! Downstairs on the field, our Jenny Tabb has a victorious Coach Jim Harbaugh.
Coach Harbaugh!
Oklahoma had its own drama. Spencer Rattler was benched in the first half of the Red River rivalry. Caleb Williams burst onto the scene, and Bedlam delivered one of the wildest finishes we've ever seen.
Yeah, a power run they're looking for.
And I thought he might just come in there and do quarterback sneak. They're coming right back to the same formation from Oklahoma.
Brooks to his left. Feed the length of a football. It's a keeper all the way. Makes a cut. Dances free and look out. Caleb Williams in the secondary. They're trying to run him down. Dives. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 66 yards on 4th and a foot. Williams has to recover the snap. Now tries to make some magic. Touchdown. Could have been a disaster, but Marvin Mims collects it. A crucial score for OU. That was some poise. Defense spread out. Brooks is the back. Williams has plenty of time. Steps up. Launches downfield for Mims. Diving catch. No signal. Touchdown! Are you kidding me? What a play! Marvin Mims hadn't had a touchdown all season. That's one for the rocking chair there.
Unbelievable.
Direct snap. Brooks trying to make something happen. He breaks free. Kennedy breaks out. Forget the field goal. Put him with a touchdown. Can they find him perhaps? Williams collects the snap, has to evade the rush, and has a lot of space. Still running. Look at him go! Caleb Williams to the 30, run out of the 25. He's got some magic to him. And the play clock is winding down. No timeouts. They get it off. Williams in traffic. Trapped! Sacked by Colin Oliver. And the Pokes are going to win Bedlam.
Playing great defense off the edge and applying pressure all night long. It comes up with the play that clinches this win for the Pokes.
Bedlam. First win in 7 years. One of the sweetest ever.
Bryce Young's Heisman campaign was something special. Calm under pressure, clutch in every big moment, especially that drive against Auburn in the Iron Bowl. He became the first Alabama quarterback to ever win the Heisman, and it felt like destiny.
Again, the snap was a little low. Young loads, now throws late, got it complete, first down.
He has almost a sixth sense about where that line of scrimmage is before he gets to the line.
up of 22. First down, tied again. On the run, this time he's going to keep it and get out with about a 9-yard gain with 1:06 left. Young fires near side, caught and out of bounds. Jacoby Brooks, who's in for Jamison Williams. Young throws as he goes down, incomplete.
Are they going to?
Down a touchdown. Bryce Young backpedals, throws, got his man, it's Billingsley, and he's out of bounds with a first down. Looking for Brooks in the corner, got it! Touchdown, Alabama!
You got a guy down. You got a chance to win a football game. You make a simple mistake.
In the slot, Young looks right, wanted to come back left, and now does, and he's got his man open, and it's Mechie out of bounds around the 12. Bryce Young down the middle, touchdown Alabama. Slade Bolden. Kobe Hudson settles in on a slot to the right. Finley down the middle, he's got his man, and it's Hudson, and he's down inside the 5. Hunter in motion. Finley to the end zone. And he got it in there. Touchdown.
What a catch.
Landon King sets up 3 receivers to Bryce Young's left. Goes that way on a quick slant. He's got it to Mechie for the 2-pointer.
These bunch looks are so difficult to defend.
Now they bring Johnson.
Going right back to it.
Hudson. Finley wants a throwback. Got it to Shanker. He's in.
It's almost a Lutchenkirchen play right there, isn't it?
It is. Johnson in motion. They fake it to him. Finley pumps once, throws late, almost intercepted by McKinstry.
McKinstry gets in there, just stays all the way.
Leary in motion. The throw goes the other way. Mechie's in. Alabama wins in 4 overtimes. Auburn, none of it's feeling too good for number 4. Here comes the blitz. Down the middle and on the fly. Jamison Williams, extra speed on the gas and gone. Touchdown. Just like that, Alabama with the answer.
This has got to be a busted coverage.
He is a wide receiver, but has been playing some tailback the last couple of weeks. Young, under pressure, deep ball, sideline, caught by Mechie. Into traffic, and they say to us it's Patrick Mahomes-like, and that one was. And now he's aiming for his receiver to get to the end zone, and he got it to him. Touchdown, Mechie.
Hey, now remember that offensive line a week ago. This time you got to salute them. Time's not a factor. All the timeouts for Alabama.
Blitz is coming. Young is firing, and wide open is Bolden. With Bryce Young. Young is going to take off running. Bryce Young, touchdown, Alabama. Does it with his arms, and now he does it with his legs.
It was supposed to be a wheel route to Leary. Well defended by Georgia. This was not a design.
Second down and 5. Trey Sanders in the backfield. Bryce Young drops. Plenty of time. Airing it out. Man's there. Jamison Williams, touchdown. 55 yards on a strike.
Watch the Alabama offensive line handle the stunt first. Chris Owens, they're going to crisscross. They both pick him up. And then to the outside, It's a stutter and go. It takes time to run.
When the dust settled, Georgia and Alabama met again, this time in the national championship. And finally, after years of heartbreak, Georgia flipped the script. Keely Ringo's pick six sealed it, a play that felt like the entire program exhaled all at once.
Bryce Young's career. You need 10. Play clock at 4. From the pocket. Launching downfield. Underthrown and intercepted. Keely Ringo has an escort down the sidelines. All the way to the end zone. And Georgia is going to conquer the Crimson Tide.
2021 wasn't just a return to normal. It was a reminder of why college football is so special. The energy, the emotion, the unpredictability. Every Saturday felt like history in motion. Let's relive it all. These are the top 5 plays of 2021.
If they kick it to me, hold the phone, and they're doing just that, he's going to take it 2 yards deep. Look at this. He had 8 career kick returns for touchdowns. Make it 9. Marcus Jones.
Camp under pressure. Lets it fly. Almost gets it to the end zone. Deflected up in the air. Caught touchdown, South Dakota.
My gosh. You have got to be kidding me.
Jeremiah Webb.
Oh my gosh. Was it Webb? I can't even see who caught it.
Jeremiah Webb.
What a game that young man had. And I can't believe it.
You need 10. Play clock at 4. From the pocket. Launching downfield. Underthrown and intercepted. Keely Ringo has an escort down the sidelines. All the way to the end zone. And Georgia is going to conquer the Crimson Tide.
Here's Cooper, 4-man rush for Florida State, going to cut it loose. Phil Johnson caught it inside the 10. Phil Johnson on his feet, he'll cut back, and Jacksonville State has won at the Horn.
Nebraska going for it. Martinez steps up. Throws.
Oh, what an interception! Oh my gosh! DJ Graham! Give me that, Odell!
If 2021 was the year of chaos, 2022 was the year of change. The sport was evolving. New faces, new stars, and new programs rising to the national spotlight.
A lot.
Daniels going to throw on first down, goes to the sidelines, has a man wide open, it's tipped, and picked off! MJ Devonshire, got base, he's going to take it to the end zone! Pittsburgh takes the lead! You have got to be kidding me!
Second and goal. 4-man rush. End zone. Intercepted! Yes! Amari Burney with a diving pick!
Let's decide it. Right here in New Orleans. Jaden Daniels. To the end zone. Got it! Jermaine Jenkins! My, oh my, what a night, New Orleans! Send us to overtime.
Georgia entered the year as defending champs, but this wasn't a rebuild. It was a reload. Stetson Bennett went from the underdog story to college football legend, leading the Bulldogs on a quest to go back-to-back, something few thought they could actually do.
What a wild game. Not a surprise it was competitive. North Carolina was a very narrow favorite in that game. Stetson Bennett all day to throw. Now here comes a hit and a flag thrown on the hit. Bennett hung in there long enough to drill one for a first down to A.D. Mitchell, and I think they're going to tack more on the end of the play. In timeout, though its defense has not stopped Georgia. Down by 18, Dan Lanning wants to get the ball back, try to get into the game before the half. Darnell Washington to catch. He's down a yard short of the line to make and a yard across midfield. The Oregon head coaching job in December. Here comes pressure. Bennett, still plenty of time to get it off. McIntosh inside the 5. They lose James Cook, their top 2 running backs. Here comes McIntosh, picking right up where they left off. Strange play fake. Bennett, look out. Here comes a posse of Ducks, and it's a touchdown.
No one's done that to them.
No, and Ohio State getting a lead got them out of their style of play.
Play fake. Launch. Wide open. Arian Smith left alone, and Georgia strikes quickly. 76 yards. Ransom was in coverage and he slipped. Smith got way behind him.
That's exactly right.
In the final minute, Bennett from the pocket launches to the end zone, caught, touchdown, A.D. Mitchell. A PAT away from the lead. Can Stetson Bennett's crazy, unlikely, impossibly far.
The
keeper, Bennett, gets a block. Georgia draws first blood. Ninth rushing touchdown for the quarterback. Always quicker than opponents expect him to be off tape. With the play action, Bennett looks down the middle. McConkey's wide open. Touchdown, Dogs. "37-yard strike. Another clever play design and masterful execution. That was the problem all season. That's their worst defended route. Those routes down the seam in the middle. Bennett looking this time to the edge. Mitchell, one-handed catch for a touchdown. And the highlight reel continues. He beat an excellent corner in Josh Newton. And will create some kind of a turnaround here, but that's reaching a bit. Ball to the end zone. Bowers, touchdown. And Bennett continues to dazzle.
But they weren't the only ones in the spotlight. Caleb Williams burst onto the scene at USC, electric, creative, and confident, putting the Trojans back on the national map and claiming the Heisman Trophy along the way.
Here's Caleb Williams. He will run it. Williams looking. Touchdown, Trojans. Line of scrimmage. Caleb Williams again. Winds up. Lets it go. Caught. Touchdown. From the UCLA 21. Caleb Williams throws the fade in the corner. Oh, caught.
5 games comes out humming here. Empty backfield. Williams steps up and now flips it to a man. And the catch is made by Taj Washington. Touchdown, USC. Hand to the ground here, but they bring some pressure. Williams backpedaling, trying to escape again. Still alive. And now sprints and fires downfield, and the catch is made. Bertrand does come. It's picked up extremely well for a while, but now Caleb going forward. Like a joystick out there, the human joystick, and a man left alone, and Addison made the catch. Williams has time against the four-man rush. Backpedaling, scanning, now running out of time. Circling back. Joystick on the move again. Are you kidding me? Caleb Williams dancing, cutting, mesmerizing run by the quarterback. Tight end of the backfield. They fake it to him. Williams on the move. He'll just saunter into the end zone, looking back at the Irish defense. Williams keeps it. First down. Touchdown. That's a hat trick of rushing touchdowns for Williams to go along with one passing one. He has done everything.
And then there was Tennessee, back from the ashes. Hendon Hooker and Jalen Hyatt lit up the SEC with one of the most explosive offenses in years. That night in Knoxville, when Tennessee took down Alabama for the first time since 2006, that wasn't just a win, it was a revival.
Rushing. They need to run the ball a little bit.
Hooker going deep. Man's there. Got it. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown.
Just a little bit of motion got this Alabama secondary confused. Little bit of motion, and now the 3-on-2 turns into who's got that guy.
Third down and 2. Pump fakes one way, comes back the other. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown.
But this time they don't use a wide split. Confuses Alabama. Perfect call. Third and short. Ball delivered for Hyatt, can take it on the run. Friday, and one thing Alec Golesh said to us, I can't give up too fast on the run. Otherwise, these big pass plays won't be there.
There's a pass play that's there. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown. They are. Hooker. Down the middle. Got him on the fly. It's Hyatt again, and he's going to take it. Touchdown, Tennessee. 78 yards.
Same routine. Stacked receiver gets to the same.
Hendon Hooker pulls it, throws it. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalen Wright. Hyatt, rather, his 5th of the day. Well, if you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is. 52-49, Tennessee remains unbeaten.
We say it all the time to ourselves, but how lucky are we to be able to be part of this?
No doubt. Presented by Rocket Mortgage, right after these messages. So long from Rocky Top.
The Orange Crush is on in Knoxville after one of the craziest games we have ever experienced. And those are some very important uprights that are coming down and may end up in the Tennessee River tonight.
Ride 'em, Cowboy.
After the Vols defeat the Tide 52-49 on a Chase McGrath knuckleball from 40 yards out as Tennessee defeats.
Meanwhile, the underdog story of the year belonged to TCU. Picked to finish 7th in the Big 12, they went unbeaten in the regular season under first-year head coach Sonny Dykes. Max Duggan's grit, Quentin Johnston's big plays, they became the heart and soul of college football.
10 from the 19. Duggan puts it up. Jump ball. Caught. Touchdown. Intricate grading system for some of these QB transfers. We'll talk about that later. Duggan wide open. Room service caught by Barber. And he's off. Touchdown TCU. First down and 10. Used to play the position, right? Yeah, a little bit. Duggan quarterbacking. Taking off. Duggan with his legs. Oh, Duggan all the way for the touchdown. Been the story all year. 1st and 10. Duggan hands it off this time. Miller. Touchdown. Duggan going to hand it off. DeMarcado turns the corner. Got the edge. In space.
Duggan takes a snap, play action, pressure from the edge, steps up, throwing it in the end zone, in traffic, going high, bringing it down for the score, touchdown. It's on the play clock, it comes.
In the pocket, DiMarcado blocks for him, throws deep ball right side. Johnston got it. Did he get a foot?
They don't have to sprint, but they do need to do it expeditiously.
Yeah, they weren't really expeditious. Here's a deep throw. A man is open, and it is caught. 3rd down and 3. Duggan fires. Quentin Johnston in the open field.
That is his patented move.
They go back to the pistol. A lot of faking by Sanders. Deep ball. And it is intercepted.
Coming.
And he throws a
There's a spin move.
Johnston, that spin move. Sheds another. He can fly. And they knock. And DiMarcado gave it to Duggan. They have a receiver open. Another floating throw. It got to...
Ohio State and Michigan added another instant classic to the game. And this time, Michigan proved 2021 wasn't a fluke. J.J. McCarthy and Donovan Edwards stunned the Buckeyes in Columbus, punching back-to-back tickets to the playoff.
Stroud drops back, sets, end zone, touchdown, Emeka Egbuka. Ohio State marches down the field on their opening series, punches Michigan in the mouth to take a 6th. McCarthy under pressure, back shoulder throw, caught. Cornelius Johnson breaking it, still on his feet. Cornelius Johnson sprinting. Touchdown Michigan, 69 yards. Donovan Edwards, the pistol back. McCarthy to throw it. McCarthy looking, throws deep, got a wide open receiver. Cornelius Johnson sprinting. Touchdown Michigan. 75 yards. They said the kid couldn't throw a deep ball. Ohio State quickly into Michigan territory. Stroud winds up, throws a deep ball sideline. Caught. Touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvelous. Play action. J.J. McCarthy lobs it wide open. Caught at the 10, 5, touchdown, Colston Loveland. 45 yards. J.J. McCarthy, he'll run it with a lane. Touchdown, Wolverines. They have to get a stop. No turnovers in this game so far. 1st and 10 of the 25. Here's Edwards with a lane. Donovan Edwards. Down the sideline, gets past Ransom, Donovan Edwards, touchdown, Michigan, the Don. Here's the run again, Donovan Edwards, whoa, can they catch him? No, Donovan Edwards again, 85 yards, the Don, 2 huge touchdowns, and the Wolverines go up 44-23.
The playoff itself was wild. Georgia's comeback over Ohio State in the Peach Bowl felt like a heavyweight fight. Michigan and TCU was one of the wildest games we've ever seen.
Kicking for Ohio State from 50 for the win and a spot in the national championship game. It's on the way. No good. He hooked it. And Georgia is going to survive. It's a couple of times tonight, and Noah Ruggles, knowing he's got to drive it from 50, just kind of overkicks it, loses his technique there, and misses badly left. And we talked about
They've scored first in 12 out of 13. The only time they didn't was against Ohio State. Here comes a blitz. McCarthy running for his life. Back outside the 30. Now showing that running ability all the way just shy of the pylon.
They look kind of confused on what they wanted to do here with their formation.
And it's Philly special, their version of it. Loveland broke a tackle, but he's in trouble. Colston Loveland stop back.
First TCU player to ever win that award.
J.J. McCarthy throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off and being brought back for a touchdown by Bud Clark. Corner. motion man. Here's Duggan. Touchdown, TCU. The puzzle here. Play fake. They want to go deep after the takeaway, and they do go deep. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Michigan. The year they get quickly over the ball. J.J. McCarthy handed it to Mullings. There's a flag down, and the ball is out. TCU thinks they have it. A lot going on as they unpile. It is TCU ball.
The ball was lost by the offense, recovered by the defense in the end zone.
And the ball is out immediately.
And you're right, Todd. I think the official threw a flag intending to throw the beanbag. DiMercado, the running back. He stays in to pick up a blitz. Duggan got hit, still got it off. Tate Barber! Touchdown! Horns front. After Nazareth canceled the season for COVID, he went down to IMG Academy in Florida. Got it. Natty. Here's a flea flicker, wide open, and a touchdown! Ronnie Bell!
And preventing touchdowns.
DiMercado! Touchdown, TCU! In this one. McCarthy incomplete and picked off. Intercepted by D. Winters and a touchdown. The final minute of the third quarter. Pressure from both ends. They run past it again. DiMercado off to the races. They do have an angle, and they knock him down at the 1. And now Duggan. They try to help him in. Touchdown! He can be in man-to-man coverage. McCarthy on target. Bell again. Lunging for the end zone. Touchdown! Second and 2. Wilson. Roman Wilson airborne. Touchdown.
This is power.
Huge 3rd down and 7 here. Michigan blitzes. Duggan dumps it off short. Quentin Johnston has the first down, and off he goes. They are not going to catch him. No flags. The magic continues for TCU.
Same side of the field right up here.
Trouble with the snap. It's picked up. Lateral to Edwards. He laterals it forward. And Loveland is tackled. And that will do it. Everything about him. And that's easily understandable. Duggan takes a knee, fitting that the football is in his hands as they march on to the championship game.
The national championship was like a bug hitting a windshield. A very anticlimactic rise of the playoff, except for Georgia fans. Georgia demolished TCU in the national championship and put an exclamation point on one of the most dominant 2-year runs we've ever seen.
Kirby just got the bucket. Remember last year they won it in Indy, and he was like off to recruiting. I was like, man, if you win this, you're gonna enjoy this. Oh, we got the roster to get ready. Oh, they missed him. It looks like he's enjoying this one. Back to back, man. You do not see this in college football.
But the Georgia Bulldogs bludgeoned their way to back-to-back. Glory, glory, Georgia, as the fight song says.
2022 had it all. New stars, broken streaks, underdog stories, and powerhouse dominance. It was the year college football's next era truly began. Let's rewind with the best of it. These are the top 5 plays from the 2022 college football season.
Gabriel. Oh my goodness.
No.
That ball ball was caught. Marvin Mims. How do you do? What a play.
Fakes it to Day Hunter and runs looking toward the end zone. Pass up in the air, and it's brought down one-handed. Unbelievable catch by Javian Lofton with one paw in the air.
And a handoff up the middle, room for Beasley to run. Leaps over a defender and scores. Unbelievable play by C.J. Beasley.
C.J. Stroud, sideline. High and incomplete. I don't know if Harrison. Oh, he got a foot in bounds.
I mean, did he go back with his inside foot to touch? Watch this as he's trying to go down, and this left foot kind of slips out, and then he goes touch. Oh my goodness! You are kidding me. This guy is unreal.
See how many Troy rushes here. They have everybody back to try to knock one down. Three-man rush. Chase going to step up in the pocket. Sets. Throws high into the air. It's up for grabs. It is juggled.
Miracle part two! It's miracle part two! Oh, they didn't give up on this! Oh my gosh! Don't you do it, baby! Don't you give up on these Mountaineers!
After years of near misses and heartbreak, 2023 felt like destiny for some and disaster waiting to happen for others. It was a season of emotion, fueled by pressure, pride, and payback. From redemption stories to shocking collapses, 2023 reminded everyone why college football always delivers.
Kelly Ekmanis looking in zone. Touchdown! Gophers! Daniel Jackson, he got a foot in bounds this time.
And it is Brooks. Mevis kick on the way. It's good! There's a flag down. Missouri at the moment has walked it off, but there are flags all over the field.
McIlvain, tough throw, heaves it into the air. Jump ball, bobbled. It's caught! Jerome Lawrence came down with another bobble. Central Arkansas.
Michigan entered 2023 with one goal: finish the job. After back-to-back playoff heartbreaks, Jim Harbaugh's team came in loaded. J.J. McCarthy, Blake Corum, and a defense that smothered opponents from start to finish. Through suspension drama, sign-stealing headlines, and endless noise, they just kept winning.
Blake Corum with the lane. Blake Corum breaks it back. Blake Corum sprinting. Blake the Great. Touchdown Michigan. 61 yards. The wide receiver at the top of your screen. McCord looks, fires, intercepted. Rod Moore, and Michigan will win the game and head to the Big Ten Championship.
But Michigan wasn't the only story. Washington and Oregon turned the Pac-12's final chapter into a masterpiece. Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix traded blows all year long. Two classics that gave us everything: fireworks, emotion, and Heisman-worthy moments.
Play clock at 8. Johnson on the edge, racing and bustling his way. Touchdown, Washington, the underdogs. Pun intended. Holding his chest after that, took a shot to the midsection. Here comes late pressure right up the middle. Penix backpedals and checks it for McMillan, who gathers it in and is knocked out in. Dylan Johnson set to take a direct snap. First and goal from the 4. Pop pass to Bernard around the end, and Jeremy Bernard And the Huskies respond to the Ducks field goal with a quick touchdown strike. 4:37 before halftime. Penix and the Huskies trying to add to this 2-touchdown lead. From the pocket, looking for Odunze. 2 guys were on him that time. Couldn't stop him. Out near midfield. Nix has kept it. Makes a cut and dives down, takes a hit. They did not take the timeout, so the clock ticking with 14 seconds. Nix looking to throw it in the end zone. Lofts it for Ferguson. One-handed touchdown catch. What a play by the tight end. He's playing. Nix scrambles, fires to the end zone, low throw, touchdown! Terrence Ferguson for the 2nd time tonight. A 4th down touchdown, and here come the Ducks. Pressure on 3rd down, Penix off his back foot, overshoots, and it's intercepted. Kyrie Jackson on his knees, the first takeaway tonight, trying to find Odunze, but the pressure was... Nix flushed, scanning, and throw it right. An interception, threw it right to Mish Powell. Don't know what he was looking at, but each veteran elite quarterback has made a mistake. Ferguson has a pair of touchdowns from 2 yards out. He shifts around to the right side. 3 receivers bunched there. James is the back. And Jordan James makes a cut and scores, and Oregon on top for the first time in this championship game. Penix hit as he throws. The ball is out there. No whistle yet. The Ducks fall on it, and the signal is not given yet. Tysheem Johnson recovered it, and they signal Oregon football. They rule it a fumble, an enormous takeaway. We'll take another look. You don't think the arm's coming forward right now before it's hit? I mean, I get it. You say it's close. I mean, I think if...
That's why you make the big bucks, Billy. What do you got for us?
Wow,
I would have ruled a fumble on the field. You've got an argument there that the hand probably moved about 2 inches forward.
Not an argument. What's the... Boy, everything at stake.
That's
You imagine making this call
the quarterback's
upstairs?
arm was moving forward. The result of the play is an incomplete forward pass. 2nd down.
In shotgun formation, Johnson shifts around to his left. 3 receivers bunched over to that side. Johnson again bulldozes in. A flex from the Husky running game, a number 7. Penix lobs it into the end zone. Touchdown! Quentin Moore! 3-man rush. Nix into coverage, delivers over the middle and squeezed it in to Trayshawn Holden. Holden still running down inside the 5. Touchdown. Now they spot him out. They do spot him out. Some has a year, didn't he? Where should the ball be?
They got 3 timeouts when Penix is going to come out here.
They're going to quickly
After
reverse
review,
this.
the runner's continuing action with firm possession of the football inside the goal line pylon results in a touchdown.
Yeah, he stayed in bounds. It's a fancy way of saying stayed in bounds. Certainly lining up like he's going to onside kick it over here to the left. Gets the hop. It's a kangaroo hop, and it's out of bounds. So Washington will keep possession of Dunes. They got a hand on it. And Dylan Johnson factored in 3 touchdowns tonight. 2 running, 1 throwing. What a fitting ending.
How awesome is this, man? Just take this in, Husky fans. Doubted by many all year. Underdogs. Seems like on a...
In what ended up being Nick Saban's final season with the Tide, Alabama overcame an early loss to Texas and questions about their dynasty. Jalen Milroe and the Tide turned it around, capping it off with a miracle win over Auburn in the Iron Bowl that will live forever.
That's all it is. But there's a lot of airspace to cover for Milroe. Still looking. Firing. Near corner. It's caught! Touchdown, Alabama! Isaiah Bond! On a 4th and a mile! If this lead holds up, On the 10th year anniversary of the kick six, we're going to have the 30-yard corner to Bond. James Bond. Isaiah Bond.
And remember, in college football, you could take it in.
Florida State went undefeated behind Jordan Travis, a story that should have been magical, until tragedy struck with a season-ending injury. Despite a perfect record and an ACC title, the Seminoles were left out of the college football playoff, a decision that shook the sport. Rather than pile on, here's a tribute to the 2023 Florida State Seminoles, the best team not to make the playoff.
2nd and 9. Jordan Travis throwing into single coverage, and the catch made. They keep firing those jump balls, and that time Keon Coleman brought it down for the touchdown.
State got home and got a hit on the quarterback, causing him to miss that wide open receiver.
Line drive kick. Returnable. Keon Coleman. Breaking tackles. Still on his feet. He's got a convoy of blockers. Coleman lets some of those blocks happen out in front of him. Looking for a cutback lane. Finding it. Down inside the 10-yard line.
Travis from the pocket. Long looping throw. And the man again. Keon Coleman has a hat trick in his first game with Florida State.
Florida State, they got Morlock and Jaheim Bell. Travis with time, plenty of time, over the middle. It is caught for a touchdown.
Pressure for Florida State.
And Keon Coleman at midfield. Low kick, line drive, returnable from the 45-yard line of Syracuse. Starts right, cuts it back to the left, has an alley. Coleman tripped up at the 15-yard line.
The offense. Play clock at 5. Daniels still has it. Still has it. Tries to jump over people and gets absolutely hammered to the ground. Met in midair by Bethune, who just drove him.
And while chaos unfolded everywhere else, Michigan completed its mission. They took down Alabama in an instant classic Rose Bowl game, then held off Washington to win their first national championship since 1997.
JJ on the move. Scanning and fires into traffic on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Caleb Downs.
After review, the defender was out of bounds when he possessed the ball. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, he's taking a shot downfield.
It's a low snap and a handoff inside, and McClellan through a crease, a foot race. They won't catch him. Touchdown Tide. 6 on that play, 2nd down. McCarthy looking for the end zone, has a man wide open, and it's Corum walking in. Has time, delivers across the middle, and the catch is made by Tyler Morris, who tight ropes down the sidelines. Touchdown, Michigan, what a play!
Pulled by the left guard, Tyler Booker. Look at that, between Booker making a great block, Caden Proctor, that opened up, and he accelerates through the hole.
1st and goal, playing with tempo. McClellan walks in. Alabama on top. Loveland motions over. Keeper, and they pitch it to him. Touchdown as Wilson walks in.
Michigan reacting. They feel like they need another guy. Michigan may have to use a timeout. Finally, they get him on the field.
They only had 10 out there. You're exactly right. High punt, and it's muffed again and picked up at the 1-yard line. Well, it wasn't a turnover. You're thinking wide. He might just bounce in the end zone from the 5-yard line.
Boom.
So
gets big yards.
3 Michigan tight ends in the ball game. They hand it to Corum again and makes the cut. 1st down. Spins and scores. Blake Corum puts Michigan on top in overtime. Here we go. No more timeouts to take here. Game on the line. It's Williams in motion. Low snap. Melrose stopped. Michigan makes a stand and comes up with a milestone playoff victory.
For Michigan fans, it was years of frustration and heartbreak, all washed away in one perfect season. For everyone else, it was a reminder that college football storylines are always bigger than the game itself. Let's take a look back at the top 5 plays of the 2023 college football season.
And they've been a different defense the rest of the game.
Play fake, Sanders launches far sidelines, a battle for the football. Did he come down with that? Wow! Dayton Wade went up and grabbed the one-handed catch over Everett.
How in the world did he catch as he throws his right hand up there?
And you've got the one-on-one again down here. And that's where they come, battling. Oh, what a grab! What a highlight! Io Manor! Mind your manners, what a catch! That'll make your Sports Center top 10.
Let's see if he can get to 16, Spencer. 15 pass completions in a row. This will be his last, and it's for the football game. If he can get it off. To the end zone. Tipped, and
he caught it!
It's touchdown!
Holy Toledo!
Stephon Johnson does it again! Is really sweet 16 tonight.
Mertz hasn't thrown an incompletion yet. He's 4 for 4. Going to the air again. That pass is high. Oh, what a one-handed grab by Pearsall. And then he took a pop at the 30-yard line.
Little ball was a little high, and one jumps up there and snags it. And then gets sandwiched and still finds a way to bring it in. I mean, looking like Air Jordan right there, wearing the Jordans.
That's all it is. But there's a lot of airspace to cover for Milroe. Still looking, firing, near corner. It's caught! Touchdown, Alabama! Isaiah Bond on a 4th and a mile. Touchdown tied.
By 2024, college football was ready for its next chapter. A new playoff format, 12 teams expanded from the 4, rising stars, power shifts, and a Heisman race that had fans debating until the last ballot.
Up top into the end zone. Caught! How did he make that one? Travis Hunter.
There's a lot of calm and command from Milroe at the start of this game. He's got to have it right now. And they take a downfield shot. And the catch is made. It's Ryan Williams, still spinning free. Touchdown, Alabama. They answer in one play. 75 yards for the 17-year-old. Are you kidding us?
I mean, he's never going to have statistically eye-popping, ridiculous numbers because he's got such a great supporting cast, but he's been very solid today.
Stands in, gets it off. London Humphreys down the sideline and into the end zone.
Boise State's Ashton Jeanty, the workhorse back with balance and burst, carried the Broncos into national relevance. Week after week, he was unstoppable, breaking tackles, breaking records, and breaking into the playoff conversation.
Right now, ain't gotta be around them. Booted up, won't take no minute. I be on that drink instead. Doing too much, I done that bed. I don't gotta have no comeback. Gon' argue, fucking kill him dead. Fuck it, buy a bitch you with. Fuck his bitch, I love to see it. I've been on this shit since I was a kid. Jeanty to the 20. Jeanty asshole still ain't on shit. Keep them out my midst. I don't need be trying to connect hoes with this motion shit. Know the police stand next. Don't stick in them bubbles in.
Patient running, breaks the tackle, picks up the first down.
We putting it through all dirty steeds, cooking up emotion. Shoot my shot, I got a first touch. Gotta keep it cold, you can't do too much.
Typical Ashton Jeanty. Look at him go! You can't bring it down! Is he? Yes, he will!
2nd and 7, Jeanty breaks through, and Jeanty to the 40. Jeanty's gone! Genty bounces outside, has a seam. Ashton Genty, he's 10, he's touchdown.
My nigga wasn't jiggle, I'm the type go after beat, and I still smash on C. I got 2/5 on me, like the quarterback of the Chief. I'm in the field without no cleat, bringing it seal about a peak. Pour up drink, but don't get sleep. I'm on pills and on geek, but this money got me tweaked, turning good girls to free. She with me.
Oh, look at Genty go! Does he have enough speed? I think he does!
My bitch can't live without a finish game. Slime him out.
Genty breaking a tackle with that stiff arm, takes a little stutter step, picks up a first down, cuts it back inside. Ashton Genty trying to turn on the spinning in.
Booted up on take no mid. I be on that drink instead. Far on that scrum back, doing too much. I done that broke the bed.
Genty! Ashton Genty, you are the best in college football.
I love to see it.
Give to Genty, Ashton Genty breaks free. Genty, goal!
I miss you.
Genty, another huge hole, this time off the right side. He cuts it back. Genty eluding tacklers, gets a block. He's got another.
But standing in his way, Travis Hunter, the two-way phenom from Colorado, playing both sides of the ball like it was nothing. Acrobatic catches, lockdown coverage, highlight after highlight. It became one of the most electric Heisman duels in college football's history. Genty versus Hunter, two players doing something uniquely historic.
Pressure coming. Shador gets out a dart, complete to Hunter. On the move, showing him his shoe bottoms. Buffalo. Hunter at the bottom of your screen. Shador comes back the other way to Hunter. Makes the catch. What a grab. Sanders pulls it out into the end zone. Touchdown, Hunter. One, they just get it off into the end zone. Contact. What a catch! A miraculous.
This is a desperation throw. The play clock's running down.
Come on.
That's a
touchdown in the first drive. Quickly out to the right. Big hit as soon as the catch was made.
It's to send it to the second OT on 1st and goal. It's Richardson. Ball's out. Ball is out. Ball is out. Recovered. And knocked out of the end zone.
And if this call stands, then Colorado wins. This would be a good look. That ball is out on contact.
Makes the play? Travis Hunter.
Face down in 10. Play action. Sanders throws for Hunter. He'll walk in for 6. Sanders. Pressure coming late. Sanders buying time. Looking downfield. Floats it out for Hunter. He's got it. Travis Hunter coming back for it.
Superhuman efforts.
On first down, Jefferson gets away from one. And superhuman pick from Travis Hunter. Put the cape on him already.
First down, Colorado.
Second down screen. It's Hunter. He wanted the ball, and that's why. Look out. See if they take one more play. They do. Sanders loads up a throw. That's right down the middle. And it's Hunter again. Travis Hunter gets by Dotson. He's got huge loss for Kansas here. Here comes Wheeler on a blitz. Sanders down the field and a wide open Hunter.
But as always, 2024 had its share of chaos. None bigger than Notre Dame's shocking loss to Northern Illinois, a result that stunned the sport and reminded everyone that on any given Saturday, anything can happen.
The ball should be able to get up quicker.
Cannon Woodle has been good from 42. He's been good from 21. He had a missed field goal earlier from outside 53, but this is just from 35 yards to give the Huskies the lead. Snap good, hold good, kick good.
Wow.
A 62-yarder with 5 seconds left. It is downwind, but this is an awful lot to ask. Mitch Jeter, and that's blocked at the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies are celebrating.
The biggest upset in their school's history. They blocked 2 field goals today. Both came from Cade Hopperman. And that provided the final nail in Notre Dame's home opener here. Ethan Hampton, the guy that dreamt about being the Husky quarterback.
Marcus Freeman and the Irish wouldn't be done just yet. They rebounded. They clawed back. The Irish won all the rest of their games, claimed a playoff spot, and made a run all the way to the national title game.
Leonard, so they're spending time trying to get themselves on the same page.
They call up the middle, unload, hurdles one, and now gets to the end zone. What a run!
Down and 1. Play action. First one for Leonard. What a cut. Leonard inside the red zone. Leonard down the sideline. Leonard airborne. Touchdown. What an effort from the quarterback.
McCree, the tight end on the move, will pull it up and throw the sideline. It's intercepted by the guy that's been picked on all day. Christian Gray down the sideline. Gray still going, and he is on his way for a Notre Dame touchdown. Here's the play on Kyron Hudson.
That's their go-to man. Throws a back shoulder throw, and Hudson falls down. They do not.
Lava, 4th and 6, and it's intercepted again, this time in the end zone. And Xavier Watts, he wants some of what his teammate had. He's going to take it coast to coast as well, 100 yards. I said it couldn't get any longer than Christian Gray's. I wasn't expecting one in the end zone, because in college football you count it.
By giving a look back to the sideline. Late toss to Love. He goes up and over. Said he wouldn't do it because of the knee. He's just hurdled somebody in the 6th different game this year. And that one got only 2 yards. My goodness.
He broke his own rule. I mean, this young man's incredible. And way less than 100% on that right leg. Goes up and over the top. Well, it was all effort from Jeremiah Love. He said no hurdling. Broke his rule right there. He just refuses to go down, going against one of the best defensive players in the country, and Abdul Carter, who goes over the top, continuing to keep his balance and driving and stretching across the goal line. As you can see it from the AT&T connected cam. This is all effort.
Meanwhile, Vanderbilt made waves of their own. In one of the wildest upsets of the decade, Vandy toppled the then #1 Alabama, breaking a 40-year losing streak and making headlines across college football.
Tide has rolled in and taken over the stadium, as you might expect. They are #1, 4-0 on this season, with a defining win a week ago tonight against Georgia, and Vandy played Missouri tough last time out. Clark Lee and his Commodores looking to make some history. They haven't knocked off Bama since 1984. Some mustard on that snap. Milroe near side. Batted up, and it is intercepted. Fontenette to the corner. He's in. And Vandy's got a 2-score lead on a 28-yard interception return by Random Fontenette.
He can get to full force in 0.15 seconds.
Are you promoting your own show? Are you paying advertising rates today? Here's Milroe. Perfect through the air on this drive. And now on the ground, he's in. Touchdown, Jalen Milroe. Tyler Booker and Parker Brailsford cleared the way. Not out of the shotgun. They're 2 of 3 on 4th down this year. Pavia wants to throw. He goes down the middle. It is caught. Touchdown, Vanderbilt and Junior Sherrill. That might be the most Diego Pavia play ever.
Those three hung out together growing up. He was always the youngest and the smallest.
Milroe directing, and he gets drilled. Lost the football. Jalen Milroe gives it up. Miles Capers delivered the hit. They say Vanderbilt foot. Got Alexander next to him. Little replay. Pavia throws. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. On 2nd and 12. Pavia dumps it off. Room up the sideline. And a Vanderbilt first down for Cedric Alexander. Unranked teams to do that. 1st and 10 for Pavia. He hands it off. Big room left side and a first down for the Commodores. Pavia keeps it. Pavia picks up the first down, and the unlikeliest of heroes has guided Vanderbilt to what will be its first ever win against number 1. And what an investment they've made in Diego Pavia. This attitude, this program, and the biggest win on the West End. Vanderbilt takes down number 1 Alabama.
And if that wasn't enough, the playoff brought more moments than most seasons. Enter Cam Skattebo, the Arizona State running back who nearly carried his team by himself in a legendary Peach Bowl. In double overtime versus Texas, Skattebo piled up 143 rushing yards, 99 receiving yards, and even threw a 42-yard touchdown pass. He accounted for over half of ASU's offense and was named Offensive MVP despite being on the losing team. He proclaimed himself as the best running back in the nation and showed it in this game.
Skattebo, there it is. Nice big hole for Cam Skattebo, who stays on his feet. Big bruising Cam. Chunk play. Skattebo straight ahead, driving those legs. And then he gets in.
On a big body of 320 pounds. They've been having success, again, running between the tackles here in the second half.
Skattebo wrapped up, sent back, and then goes forward. Is he in? Yes!
Break all those tackles.
This is outrageous. Look at the power running here. That's a 335-pound defensive tackle. Trailing by 2 possessions. Skattebo's going to try to throw it downfield, and it is caught. And into the end zone goes Malik McClain. Cam Skattebo. When they went to the Rose Bowl, when it was J.R. Redmond with a running back option pass to Drama. Levitt. Gonna launch it downfield. Looking for Skattebo, and he gets him. Flag is down. Stiff arm. Helmet off.
They go up in the empty set. They got Skattebo one-on-one. Running a go route past Michael Taft. There's the face mask at the end of the play. That's the penalty.
But the ultimate story, Ohio State's run to the championship. They lost to Michigan in the last week of the regular season, then ran the gauntlet, handling Tennessee, Oregon, and Texas before toppling Notre Dame 34-23 in the title game to become the first national champion in the 12-team era. Without further ado, let's relive the best of it. These are the top 5 plays of the 2024 college football season.
End of the game defense. Smartly trying to get a little reroute and all rushing from one side.
The Big 12 opener comes down to this play. Sanders gets the feet set toward the end zone for the game. It is caught by Worcester, just like 1994.
Great play by middle linebacker Sione Moa. So now the punt. And that one might have been touched, maybe. Scooped up by the return man, Parker Kingston. And now he's going to turn the corner. There he goes. Kingston to the 50. Still
just get up. First down, Barnes. Barnes wants to go deep, and good coverage.
Whoa!
Are you kidding me? Holy smokes. That's harder.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
First of all, he went up in the air. He did a full twist in the air.
You know what? First of all, he caught the ball.
There's a lot of calm and command from Milroe at the start of this game. He's got to have it right now. And they take a downfield shot. And the catch is made. It's Ryan Williams, still spinning free. Touchdown, Alabama. They answer in one play. 75 yards for the 17-year-old. Are you kidding us? It's not do or die, but it's close for Ewers. Pressure comes. Sawyer knocked it out and picks it up. Jack Sawyer headed down the sidelines. Ohio State scoop and score and dagger from 82 yards. You can't script this. Roommates. When Ewers was at Ohio State, he spoils his dream with that strip sack.
5 years, 5 unforgettable stories. From the COVID chaos of 2020 to Georgia's dominance to Michigan's redemption and the dawn of a new era with the 12-team playoff in 2024. Every season gave us something special. Moments that remind us why we love this game. But the question remains, which one was the best? The wildest, the most emotional, the one you'll never forget? Let us know in the comments which season defined college football in the 2020s thus far. Thanks for watching. This has been an oral history of the 2020s thus far. If you love college football storytelling, hit that like button, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram for more highlights, debates, and breakdowns every single week. Until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep your eyes on the sideline signal.